Well, we just got an unexpected phone call. Not super unexpected, but unexpected. So we were supposed to be getting our first order of Cornish Cross meat birds tomorrow. So I had it all planned, work off, everything like that. We've been slowly putting the brooder together each day, doing a little bit, cleaning it out, getting it ready. And then today I got back from lunch at work and my phone rang and surprise, the meat birds are here. So we're kind of scrambling to finish the last couple of things to get our meat birds together. So I'm going to pick up the meat birds. The boys are finishing the brooder right now. A couple of the things that we like to do before they come is get the heat lamp on to kind of warm the area. Today here in Minnesota, it is 37 degrees, that's pushing it, and super windy and rainy, and we're expecting more snow. So it doesn't really feel like spring, but our birds are here and now we just make the most of it. So I'm gonna go run, get the birds. I'll take you with me and show you our cute little fuzzies when we get them, and then what we do to get them safe inside their brooder and making sure they're all okay and kind of a check of all of them. And I'll just take you along for the ride. All right, let's go. We have slowly increased the amount of meat birds that we have gotten every single year. So we usually like to start the end of April, beginning of May, but this year this was the only date available to get birds. So we will get them. We also love to raise them on pasture or on grass. So as soon as it's warm enough and as soon as they're big enough and can handle Minnesota weather, they will be outside. Obviously right now, they are not outside, so they'll be in the brooder under the heat lamp for a few weeks, depending on the weather, how soon it warms up here, and then we'll get them out onto grass as soon as possible, as we'd much rather have them eating bugs and grass and the things that chickens are supposed to be eating, along with the feed that we give them. So this batch is 60. We have another batch of 60 coming the end of May, and then we'll do probably 2 or 3 more batches in there, depending on customers and how much they want, plus enough to feed us, which is somewhere between 70 to 80 birds for the year. We have 2 growing boys, and 1 chicken is usually just enough for 1 meal with no leftovers. So usually I cook 2 chickens depending on what it is that I'm making. So that's how we kind of base off how many birds we need for ourselves. And that has obviously changed as the boys keep growing and need more nourishment. So let's go get these guys. Ready to bring them home. All right, so we are here with the very loud chicks, and we're gonna hand them in here, and a couple different things. Sorry, they're very loud. Is when we get them,
Can I have a knife?
we will first dip their beaks in water, and then we also have their feed over there. And for their feed, we also mix it with brewer's yeast as well as NutriBalancer. That was something that we learned from reading Pastured Poultry Profits by Joel Salatin. Actually, my oldest read it, and he's been the one informing us of all this information, of what to do, just to give them a better chance. Meat birds, if you know anything about them in the Cornish Cross, they grow extremely fast, but they have a tendency to have some heart issues because of their rapid growth. So our goal with raising them on pasture and with some of these extra things added in is to keep them as healthy as possible, to make sure that they make it the full 8 to 10 weeks that it is that we're raising them, and that they are healthy, and that they have a good life. So those are just a couple of the things that we like to do for them with this. So we're getting them into our brooder, and like I said, it's a little bit colder here than normal. We normally have windows in their brooder so they get fresh air, but for these next few days where it's supposed to be cold, snowy, and windy, we have those blocked. But this is getting them in and under the heat lamp, trying out the water. So he dips them, and then he'll also show them where the feed is too, so that they can start to know where things are, but they're already, doing chicken things, pecking the ground. Feed over there. And we've got a couple girls that are also in here nesting right now. And then we have this peach of a girl. She's a little broody. If you can't tell, if you just look at her wrong, she gets a little angry at us. What's her name, boys?
Chico.
This is Chico. Very friendly when she's not broody.